A massive fireball lit up the Florida night sky this week when Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket exploded during a ground test. No one was injured, but the consequences could be enormous. This wasn't just another rocket failure. It could impact Amazon's satellite internet ambitions, NASA's moon missions, Pentagon launch contracts, and the growing geopolitical competition between the United States and China in space. Here's why this explosion matters far beyond the launch pad. Chapter 1: What happened? The explosion occurred during a routine hot fire test of Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket at Cape Canaveral, Florida. The rocket was being prepared for an upcoming mission that would have launched dozens of satellites for Amazon's Project Kuiper internet network. Instead, the test ended in a catastrophic explosion that heavily damaged Blue Origin's launch infrastructure. Early reports suggest repairs could take months, creating major delays across multiple programs. Chapter 2: The Battle Against SpaceX. For years, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin has been trying to challenge Elon Musk's SpaceX. But SpaceX currently dominates the commercial launch market. Its Falcon 9 rocket has become the workhorse of the global space industry, while Starlink has already deployed thousands of satellites and serves millions of customers worldwide. New Glenn was supposed to be Blue Origin's answer. The rocket would allow Blue Origin to compete directly for commercial launches, military missions, and satellite deployments. Now, with New Glenn grounded, SpaceX gains even more breathing room. Industry analysts say this setback could strengthen SpaceX's position at a time when governments and companies are looking for reliable launch providers. Chapter 3: Satellite Internet Wars. The biggest loser may not be Blue Origin itself. It could be Amazon. Amazon's Project Kuiper aims to build a constellation of more than 3,000 satellites to compete with SpaceX's Starlink network. The goal is simple: provide high-speed internet to remote regions around the world. This isn't just a commercial business. Satellite internet is becoming critical infrastructure. It supports disaster response, military communications, remote education, and economic development. Every launch delay makes it harder for Amazon to catch up to Starlink's massive lead. And every delay increases SpaceX's advantage in one of the fastest-growing technology sectors on Earth. Chapter 4: Government and Military Contracts. This story also has national security implications. The US government has spent years trying to avoid dependence on a single launch provider. The Pentagon, Space Force, and intelligence agencies prefer multiple companies competing for contracts. Competition lowers costs and creates redundancy if one system fails. Blue Origin had recently secured significant government launch opportunities and was becoming a serious alternative to SpaceX in the national security market. Now, those plans may face delays. While government agencies continue supporting Blue Origin, the immediate reality is that SpaceX becomes even more important to America's military space strategy. Chapter 5: The Geopolitical Angle. Perhaps the biggest implication is geopolitical. The United States and China are engaged in an increasingly intense competition for dominance in space. This competition isn't just about astronauts or prestige anymore. It's about communications, navigation, intelligence gathering, military capability, and economic power. NASA's Artemis program aims to return Americans to the moon before China establishes a permanent presence there. Blue Origin plays an important role in several future lunar missions. Any major delay increases pressure on NASA and could force greater reliance on SpaceX. The explosion also highlights a broader challenge. The United States wants multiple companies leading the space race, not just one. A healthy ecosystem creates resilience and innovation. When a major competitor suffers a setback, the entire strategic landscape shifts. So while this may look like a single rocket explosion, the ripple effects are much bigger. It affects the Bezos versus Musk rivalry. It impacts the battle for global satellite internet. It influences military and intelligence contracts. And it could shape the future of America's competition with China in space. The investigation is just beginning, but one thing is already clear. The race for space dominance just became even more intense. What do you think? Can Blue Origin recover and challenge SpaceX, or has Elon Musk already won the new space race? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow GeoConnect for more geopolitical updates.